even more importantly, kudos to you all for putting this together, right? It's very important for us to show solidarity as a nation, right? We cannot do this alone, and the fact that we have so many of you out here shows that you all see black lives as valuable, especially black male lives as valuable. You understand that it is an epidemic. You understand that it is a disease inflicted socially by our current administration, right? So everybody here is in agreement with that, but we have to get other people. I mean, it's okay to have, a quarter of the city come out and show their support. We need everybody's support, because for every single one of you who believe in black youth, there are 2 to 3 more that don't. There are 2 to 3 more that think they belong in prison. They belong like Michael Brown. They belong like Trayvon Martin. They belong like Eric Gardner. They know, and we see this, right? So we all have to actively be doing that. That being said, my name is Lance Newman. I am a spoken word artist here in Louisville, Kentucky. I am also a social activist as much as I can be, right? As much as we all would hope to be. I have some spoken word poetry that I would like to share with you all concerning the subject, and I appreciate your focus. So, it's stressful. It's stressful being a black male. So much, in fact, that you see many of us have picked up smoking. I am one of those. I smoke like the truth and face it. I inhale my procrastinations and get back to the basics. My vision isn't always clear, and I am scared of getting LASIX, because if I live in this reality, I'll become content with the matrix. Sometimes I smoke to remind myself I'm still alive. And that's why I don't mind blackening my insides with failed aspirations and swallowed pride. Breathing gets harder, especially when you've got a reason to provide. So if I'm ever met with a stumble, somehow I'll learn to keep in stride, trying to get life back on track. Trying to get life back on track. Because in this whitewashed world, getting dirty money makes me black. But it is a fact that I was brought here as property. And with no possessions, awkwardly, I've assimilated into this pyramid scheme called democracy. That's why I often draw a blank. I mean, it's hard checking in spaces. When voting for a rat race, the desire for cheese can get tasteless. Give me extra inspiration and fill my pockets with freedom. Give me a liberty that contrasts the history classes' teachings. Show me pages that look like me before the servitude. Let me tell the people of the crimes that gave the 1% their altitude, because ears are starving for the truth, and 106 is all out of food. They make our ignorance fuel an industry as our image grows more crude. Each day we live for a truth that never had us in mind. All men created equal. As long as the vision is dollar signs, there are tons of black issues. But it's like we can't seem to vibe on the one fact that we were royal commodities that made America thrive. And I realize this don't sell CDs, but maybe it could charge some unity. Open up the bars and stop making the penitentiary our community. If we are refugees, then give us diplomatic immunity. Let us pursue degrees with equal job opportunity, because more and more men try to wipe the mark of Cain off their people. But they can never stop the rain that watered the root of all evil. We still rock whips and chains because it feels good to embrace our regal. But when it's our skin versus the board, everything's separate and unequal. So desperate are the people. Where I'm from, disrespect is lethal. So I've come to realize that this nation doesn't want a civil rights sequel. They'd rather have you die for the person instead of live for the people. Have you die for a country that has always been deceitful. Disease-filled blankets to tuck you into your anguish. That build laws against us and prisons when we get angry. So we walk around with guns, drugs, and all the same stuff. Because this is America. And being a black man is dangerous. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Again, I'm sorry. Okay. Again, my name is Lance Newman. I have a campaign of sorts going on in the city called Spread Love. We hold different shows and showcases having to do with spreading the love, really spreading understanding and social confidence. So that is what I'm here representing, and I'm also representing the city of Louisville. That being said, I'm sure my name is mentioned in circles filled with more squares than Steve Urkel's shirt. Now, he wore glasses and be called a jerk, but he had emotional Teflon. So I could get inside a rap booth and easily turn to Stefan, but I wouldn't give up my smarts. I could never give up my smarts. An intelligence that sees the SM in front of my art, only stands for stop mentioning creativity in the classroom. Teach them towards a test that would rather have them clean the bathroom. Standardize the individual so this nation that's indivisible will play God, and claim those who fail to conform to be criminal. Put them at the lowest tier of education. Challenge less and suspend more. Make them check black at the beginning so you know when to use your red pen more. But I switch channels and I ask the panel for their opinion. Cause all I see are reality shows of black people locked in a prison. As if black is not a color in the prism. Just a two-day description. Louisville is known on First 48 starring the killer and the victim. You can get popular off of both. The second one isn't recommended. Because the only beef your family has is how much it costs for your tombstone to be printed. $15 for each letter that's chiseled into your memory. $5 for the white tee your people wear religiously. They holler RIP at your final assembly, but it's priceless because you're lifeless and your mother gets paid sympathy. I had to turn Fox 41 off. I got to VH1 quick. I started watching behind the music of Louisville's greatest hits. It was a rapper. He said, in my city, we getting money. But his ignorance is bliss, because the local news plays a marathon of Louisville's greatest myths, and I've been messed up about it. You can say I've been twisted like a tornado hit, but double that death toll in this district. Where's all federal relief when it's a storm in these streets? When the norm is to compete while lightning is striking at your feet, they're out here carrying hammers. They're just Vikings trying to eat, but they can never see the damage of the litter that they leave. Reduce, abuse, and don't recycle these children that have created idols out of the monetary fantasies this nation holds with its title. It's hard to obey laws based on commandments from the Bible, so we get our revenue like slave traders used to, with a good hook and a rifle. It's never good look when you got an eye full of premonitions that fail to fall into fruition. Constantly met with opposition because your skin pigmentation is different. I grew up looking suspicious, but as you can see, I don't mind it, because there's a light inside the darkness. You just gotta hug the walls until you find it. Thank you.